Have you ever wondered why Jesus, the Son of God, never took a wife? Many great men before him, men chosen by God, had wives. Some had many. Yet when we examine their lives, we see a painful truth. Many of them fell because of the very women they embraced. Let us open our hearts as we journey through the scriptures and uncover why Jesus chose a different path. The Bible is filled with mighty men who were anointed, powerful, and chosen for great things. But let us see how their weakness for women led to their destruction. Let's look at Samson, a strong man who fell in the lap of a woman. Samson was no ordinary man. He was set apart from birth, a Nazarite, chosen to deliver Israel from the Philistines. His strength was unmatched. No army could stand against him. But despite his strength, Samson had one fatal weakness: women. He fell in love with Delilah, a woman who did not love him but sought to destroy him. She pressed him daily, wearing down his resolve until he revealed the secret of his strength. And what did she do? She cut his hair and handed him over to his enemies. This mighty man, who once tore lions apart with his bare hands, was now blind, bound, and grinding grain in a Philistine prison. What swords could not do, a woman did effortlessly. Secondly, Solomon, the wisest man who became a fool. Solomon was the wisest man to ever live. When God asked him what he wanted, he did not ask for riches, victory, or long life. He asked for wisdom, and God granted him wisdom like no other. But what happened to this great king? Women. Solomon loved many foreign women, Moabites, Edomites, and Sidonians. These women turned his heart away from God. He, the man who built the temple of the Lord, the man who spoke with God directly, ended up worshiping idols. The wisest man became a fool, all because of his uncontrolled desire for women. What about David? A man after God's heart, but not after his own desires. David was called a man after God's own heart. He was a warrior, a worshiper, and a king chosen by God. But even he was not exempt from this deadly weakness. One evening, as his army went to war, David stayed behind. He saw Bathsheba, a beautiful woman, bathing, and desire consumed him. He took her, knowing she was another man's wife. When she became pregnant, he tried to cover his sin by calling her husband home, and when that didn't work, he ordered the man's death. David, a man of God, became a murderer, all because of a woman. Why Jesus chose a different path? Brethren, Jesus did not come to repeat the mistakes of the past. He saw what happened to great men before him. He understood the dangers of desire. His mission was clear: to do the will of his Father. A woman, though a blessing, can also be a distraction. And for a man with